Haven't heard, this weekend could be very busy in the weather department, and alert day or possibly days. But Erika, Paige tells me right now, I want to show you something beautiful first. Please show me the good before the maybe not so good.
Yeah, and this is kind of where the treat really starts to settle in end of the week. You take this live look from
Oh, yeah.
and you can tell it just kind of gives off that very spring-like summer vibe. You've got some of those high clouds starting to roll in, and as the sun continues to lower, this view is only going to get more beautiful, especially with some of those high clouds in place. But what this signals is a bigger change to our weather pattern. Now, it does feature some warmer temperatures headed into tomorrow and even on Saturday, but that could come at a bit of a price because as we work in some of this warmer air, it's possible we could be dealing with showers and thunderstorms this weekend before a cold front resets everything by early this next week. Right now, huge difference in temperatures from our near lakeshore communities to areas farther inland. If you're in Mansfield, Worcester, Akron, New Philly, you've been enjoying the 60s and 70s throughout the day today. Meanwhile, lakeshore communities have stayed a lot cooler because of that lake breeze that's pushed in off the lake. And so it's keeping your temperature more so into the low to mid 40s across the region. Now tomorrow, we will start to build in some of that warmer air, and it does come with some breezier winds out of the southeast, so that will overcome any lake breeze potential. So for our lakeshore counties, if you have really not seen the big warm up the last couple of days, give it until tomorrow. That's where all of us are going to be seeing those low to mid 70s back in the forecast. So we have a lunar eclipse tonight. If you're trying to get out and see that, remember this does happen through the overnight time frame, peaking close to about 3 o'clock in the morning. Right now we are expecting clear skies to hold in place. May see some high thin cirrus clouds here over the next couple of hours, but really shouldn't impede that viewing. And then we get all that sunshine that works back in headed into tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, temperatures about low to mid 40s to get the day started. And then you'll see all of us are back into the 70s as we head into tomorrow afternoon. But things quickly start to change by tomorrow night. We will walk you through all those big changes for the weekend coming up in just a few minutes.
Weekend, but in doing so, you really have to pay attention to the forecast because it could get a little tricky. I'm going to bring in meteorologist Erika Paige to explain the alert day that you're talking about.
Yeah, so this is all going to start well west of our area tomorrow. So this is going to come in as a chance for strong, possibly even some severe storms by early Saturday morning. Now, that is not set in stone just yet, but one of the things that gives us a little bit more pause is the fact that you have a warm front that's moving through the region. Anytime you have a front, that's a really good focus for showers and thunderstorms to develop along. And certainly, given the fact that we won't have seen any activity leading up to that point, it is possible that these storms could take advantage of a little bit more of an unused atmosphere. Now, it is still first thing in the morning, so there are some limiting factors to this, which is why you don't see the highest severe risk across Ohio. It really is farther down to the south, and that's typical for this time of the year. You're farther south, you have the warmer air, and you have better access to that Gulf moisture. The farther away you get from that, the more you start relying on outside ingredients to try and help overcome others that just may not be the best. So we are watching for a level 2 out of 5 risk that is painted all across northeast Ohio. What exactly does that mean? It means that you are probably going to be dealing with scattered showers and thunderstorms as this system rolls through, but a few of them could be a bit more organized, and that's where you could get that severe potential. So we're talking winds gusting upwards of 60 miles per hour, bouts of heavy rain, potentially some hail in the mix as well, and you could see an isolated tornado risk, though that's not one of our greatest concerns. Let's do a wide view of your future view. You'll notice as we go through tonight, headed into tomorrow, not a whole lot changes. High pressure is still largely in control, though we are starting to work in a gustier south wind. So that's helping to prime our atmosphere a little bit more as we kind of go through the second half of tomorrow. But generally, things in our area staying very quiet. You just get a couple clouds moving through. Out to the west, though, this is a very different story. This is where they will see a really heightened risk for severe weather. And you can tell that, I mean, this is a pretty healthy line of storms as it starts to cross into western Indiana. Now, the timing, not ideal. This is 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. But what I'm concerned with is that as this continues to work its way off towards the east, there are a few showers and storms that manage to make that trek this direction. And if that happens, it is possible you could get a little bit more organization within that initial round. Then things look to quiet down for us. So basically, once that early morning storm risk passes, it does look like we'll stay mostly cloudy, though some peaks of sunshine will be possible, but more importantly, we're going to stay dry. If that happens, That could help to reprime our atmosphere ahead of our second round of activity expected headed into your Saturday evening. So if you have outdoor plans Saturday, keep a close eye on the forecast. We'll watch for this southern bout of rain to work in. On the leading edge of it, you could have a couple isolated stronger storms, and then your severe threat should start to go down considerably through the rest of your Saturday evening, though we will have to watch for a flooding potential just because you're still dealing with a lot of moisture rolling through. And then you'll get the cold front coming in early on your Sunday. And if we can get a couple breaks between the overnight rain on Saturday and that cold front moving through on Sunday, you could see a few more showers and storms develop ahead of that. And so we would have to watch for an isolated severe potential then early Sunday morning. But that threat is very conditional. And so the confidence is a lot lower in that occurring. So we'll just have to monitor the forecast closely as we get a little closer in time. Temperatures Sunday will drop from the lower 60s back into the 50s by the second half of the day, and you'll see that bigger reset in our temperatures by Monday. At best, highs are into the low to mid 40s, and then we've got a couple more ups and downs that we'll experience through the upcoming work week. So things that we'll have to monitor once we get past this 19 First Alert weather day on Saturday. As always, the team will keep you covered on First Alert.